Final presentation. Michelle Rodriguez for Professor Kumkin. Background. Racial profiling can affect an individual's decision to explore and commit to careers such as law enforcement. Discrimination can affect an individual's search for opportunities. Reports have shown that not only do students racially profile, but also admissions and financial aid staff. Not only do colleges and universities racial profile, but also media and employment options. Issue. Related to higher education, a young Latino American may feel insecure about moving to another location, which may affect their mental health. Segregation can be directly linked to racial profiling. When moving to these areas, their financial well-being may be affected. If going to an institution with more opportunities, their financial well-being in the future will increase. Purpose. The purpose of this research is to discover whether racial profiling that young Latino Americans experience affects their decision to leave their predominantly Latino community to obtain a higher education. Audience. This research is aimed towards college students, which may be affecting their careers and their life. Research. In order to solve the research question, 3 methods were used: an observation report, interview project, and a survey report. Observation report. In the observation report, the researcher explored the integration of distinct appearances of race in groups in the Nova Southeastern University campus. The average distribution of student population at Nova Southeastern University is 29% male and 71% female students, with about 4,904 undergraduate students. Results of observation report. There is a tendency of groups of having one race and one gender. In small groups, white and Asians are quieter and more reserved than compared to Hispanics and blacks. In larger groups, whites and Asians remain quiet and reserved, while Hispanics and blacks are more outspoken. Related to energy level, in small and large groups, all groups have relatively the same amount of energy adjacent to size. In addition, white women tend to choose healthier food options, and more normative clothing was seen in smaller groups. What do the results mean? There is a tendency of having groups of one race and gender, demonstrating that there is segregation between groups. Communication levels are different between distinct groups, which may affect social understanding. This communication level may affect the interaction between groups. Groups may feel uncomfortable or insecure when entering one of another race. Moreover, choosing healthier options and non-normative clothing can be seen as a lifestyle that others may not want to follow. Interview project. The researcher explored how segregation and racial profiling experiences in higher education in Latino American individuals from NSU have affected them. Latino American students at NSU take about 26.9% of the population. Results of interview project. Demographics and location are in mind when choosing a higher level institution. Latino Americans stated that they have experienced or seen racial profiling and segregation at the Nova Southeastern University campus, whereas professors who attended FIU and UM did not experience racial profiling in their colleges. All individuals stated that they have seen racial profiling and segregation in schools they have either attended, are attending, or are working in. 3 out of 4 interviewees stated that an educational class or workshop is needed to prevent racial discrimination. What do the results mean? Individuals may be looking for like-minded people whom they feel comfortable around. This comfort may come from speaking the same language without fear of being judged. Professors may not have experienced racial profiling at NSU because the professors may have a different level of maturity and educational knowledge. Once again, the majority of interviewers repeated that education was a key factor in alleviating racial segregation and profiling on campus. Survey report. The researcher explored how Latino Americans that experienced racial segregation and/or profiling attending NSU were affected by institutional choices. Latino American students at NSU take up 26.9% of the student population. The average student population's gender is 29% male and 71% female. Results of survey report. 68.8% were female and 31.3% were male of the people surveyed, close to the distribution of NSU student population. 81.3% of people surveyed attended high school in southern United States, and 93.8% of those people remained in southern United States for their higher education. 43.8% of surveyors stated that diversity and location was significant when electing an institution. 62.5% of surveyors stated that racial population had an impact on their college decision. What do the results mean? There is a very high percentage of people who are not willing to move into a region that is not their own. In this survey report, specifically, people who are from the southern U.S. region are not willing to move to another one. Latino Americans may be looking for similar customs and environments when looking for a specific educational location, and may want to stay within their region. 56.3% of students have seen and or experienced racial profiling at Nova Southeastern University. But surprisingly, 100% of those individuals remain in the institution. This may be a result of short encounters with these issues or the bystander effect. These experiences can lead to psychological and or physical harm to themselves or others. Why is this research important to the overall question? This research is important because it sets up the population of young community members and perceives how distinct racial groups do not leave their racial groups in order to enter one of a different race. Moreover, it sets up the population of Latino Americans and perceives how issues of race can affect their educational selection. Nonetheless, it demonstrates that diversity and racial population have a significant impact on higher level education. What is to be accomplished? This research paper can be used to educate and create understanding of diverse racial populations. Moreover, it will increase diversity in higher level institutions. Young Latino Americans will feel equal. With diversity in students, they will begin to create an understanding and become more accepting of others. Moreover, it is important for increased diversity for Latino Americans as a growing Hispanic population is now seeking higher education at levels that have never been seen before. Higher education affects all college students, their perspective and how they see and view people, their future generations. It then decreases social problems due to awareness and decreases criminal activity due to acceptance.